guys, so let's go into our hot tops of the week. We have 2 this week, and we want to really dig in. Again, stay tuned for our our movie review of The Invisible Man, which should be somewhere around here. You'll be able to see the link. All right, anyway,
here we go.
Let's move on. Tom Holland is said to be in talks about a reboot for Back to the Future.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
So at first there was this thing that came out online, which was a deep fake. Pretty much deep fakes are there are scenes of people, but with celebrity faces on it. So it's not really the celebrity, but it's it's a scene with them, and so it's like a 3D technology that they've acquired. Right. Anyway, so this deep fake is a scene from Back to the Future. Talking with what is it, Marty and Doc Ock about his mom liking
they're at
him.
The high school,
right? Yeah, they're in the high school.
You guys here in Pico Rivera. They filmed that,
right? You guys know absolutely what we're talking about. So. They asked him in an interview from All Access, Hollywood Access, what are your thoughts about it? And Tom Holland had some really interesting, information about it. What did he say?
Yeah, well, one of the things that was surprising to me, I have to say, off the bat, that Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time. Because of a lot of things, but the way that they're approaching it is so cool, right? The way that Tom Holland answered those questions.
Yeah.
Because first of all, he leads off with saying that this movie shouldn't be touched. It should, just
it's perfect.
It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
And so, but he would love to do it. And at the end, he gives us a little nugget of what it would be like if he would say one of the lines from Back to the Future, and he says it. And it was such a great moment. And, I'm not one of those people, dude, on that train that it shouldn't be remade.
Right.
I think if it's the right people, look, the technology back then looked great looked pretty good for what it was back then. Mm-hmm. But wow, imagine Back to the Future with the technology that we have now. It just sounds great to me, but I love it, man. I love his response.
It would be amazing. And so that's part of the story, because the next story is that he actually was interviewed by BBC Radio 1, and he said the following about this. Okay. So he said, "I'd be lying if I said there hadn't been conversations in the past about doing some sort of remake. But that film is the most perfect film, or one of the most perfect films that could never be made better. That said, if Robert Downey Jr. and I could just shoot that one scene that they remade for fun, he would pay for it, because he's got loads of money." So he was talking about that. So yeah,
that's so cool, dude. I love this kid, man.
Yeah, that kid has a lot of charisma. He's lovable.
After this, dude, he becomes to another level of likability for me.
Yeah, for sure. So Tom Holland said that seems like he was in talks about a remake of sorts.
Look, the people that made Back to the Future, Robert Zemeckis, he is gone on record and saying that he wouldn't do another Back to the Future, that it's perfectly made, and I'm sure that's why Tom Holland is saying what he's saying. There's a lot of people that want to remake some of these films, and they do a horrible, horrible job at it. And there's people that feel that films shouldn't be made. I am one of the ones that think that film is there. You can go back to it whenever you want. This is just my opinion. Yeah. Everybody can feel the way they want. It's going to be there, and you can enjoy it whenever you want. And so that's my opinion. And Robert Zemeckis not necessarily has to be a part of it. I would love for him to be a part of it. But I think that Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. are perfect pair to be able to pull something like this off, especially with the new technology. I would be so excited. Actually, hey guys, start a petition. Start
somebody out there.
Yeah, man. Start telling them. So yeah, that's
I think the whole remake process of it, I'm not one that hates remakes. Period. I think there's a few things here and there that might be untouchable. One of them is Star Wars. I think Star Wars is untouchable. Ever making a remake on that is horrible and a horrible idea. I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well is pretty much the one that we have right now. I think we could just keep on going, even though that's something that's probably going to happen in 20 years or so. But Back to the Future seems like a great candidate. That Jaws, like done right, might be a good one, though I think it would be frowned upon a lot. I don't see why not make a Back to the Future, especially for the points that you said. I believe that this is fertile ground for some big money from Universal Studios, because I think they need something. They need something big, ginormous, bigger than Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Or rebooting it like they did with Jurassic World. It would be great to have a Back to the Future sequel that maybe not correlates directly with characters, because Michael J. Fox can't really do it, and it would be great. Could have another professor that study docs information and all his documents, or like grandson that grew up in the 40s back in the West, in the Wild West, right? And he discovered the time machine, travels back to the future.
They correlated like really good.
He does that perfectly.
Pay us, Universal.
So there you go. Boom. I want royalties, buddy. Give me my money.
That was really good, man. Yeah, they could do definitely something like that, and it doesn't have to be a remake.
It doesn't.
It could be an extension of what already is. I agree with that. I think that it'd be smart for them to do that. However, I wouldn't mind them to make just a complete remake as well, just because I love the story.
Tom Holland as the son of Doc's son. That would be great.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be cool.
That sounds like something someone would do.
Yeah. That'd be cool,
man.
Like
someone that, okay, let's change it up. Oh, let's make it.
Yes. Yeah. So, man, we gotta be I gotta get into writing, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I feel like I can write something. I really feel like
a pitch, man. Day. All we need to do is a pitch.
One day.
All right. So let us know. Are we off our rockers, or is there something great, a good idea there? Let us know. Like and subscribe, y'all. All right. So let's move on to the